Hello and welcome to the aforementioned Stanley parable. Aforementioned, I guess if you watched the Pony Island playthrough. If not, then welcome to the Stanley parable. Yeah, I've decided to go ahead and play the games in chronological order, those being Stanley parable, and then followed by Beginner's Guide, which we will be doing next after we beat this question mark. From what I've heard, it's also a game that subverts your expectations, if you will, so breaks the fourth wall, and also could be a way to put that, so yeah. Let's go ahead and jump into it and see what it's like. We'll mess with the audio if it needs to be messed with, but I don't... Actually, you know what, let's just... you know what, we'll just keep it at what it is now, and then we'll boost it if we need to. I have to, like, figure out how to adjust this nonsense on the fly, and not half an hour later, but... You know, slowly we're getting better at whatever we're doing, hopefully. And, yeah, begin the game. End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is loading never. Okay. That has told me absolutely nothing, but sure. If you say so, Mr. Parable, if that's even your real name. What is Parable? Is Parable like a word that means something? Parable.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, first of all, let me just... I think we're going to need to boost the audio on this. Just, you know, work with me here for a second. I think this is going to be good what we're at now, hopefully. Maybe. Anyway, we'll drop it back down if need be. I just put it back at the base where we started. I started it a little bit lower than the normal base, but then I put it back. Anyway, yeah, so I looked at what Parable is, and apparently it is a short story that is meant to teach something, so there you go. Can we interact with something? Can we jump? Oh, I guess we can't jump. Okay. Can we... I'm not really... Alright, sure, then he got out of the office and walked away. Are there any indicators? Nope, okay. Can we smash the window? Q and E, Shift, Alt, they all do nothing, Caps Lock, Tab. Okay, just continue with what we're doing, I guess.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is this the meeting room? No, that's just another office. Are you the meeting room? Nope, no, also not the meeting room.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
You're not wrong. There are no co-workers here. Oh, I turned off the computer accidentally. Okay, fair enough. Nope, nothing there. I like work. I just hate my boss. Okay, fair enough. Smile. Ah, it's the blinding white light of heaven. Okay. Bunch of cubicles. Yeah, let's just go ahead and turn off every computer, I guess. Okay.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
If you say so. Was that door not closed previously? So confused. Username access. Nope, turn that off too. This door?
Stanley
420 room.
on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Okay, fair enough. I guess we'll proceed. I hate Mondays. Nope, can't do anything. I like how the sound for you trying to interact with something is a typing noise. What was that? Oh, just some spilled coffee. Ah! My fat ass couldn't fit through that door for a second there. Also in game. You? No? This is some kind of like interrogation room? This is a very strange room layout concept. What the fuck does that say? Susie? Session? No? The boss? Not... I mean, I think we can walk in there eventually, but... Okay,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
First of all, I do like the typing noise what I was previously trying to describe before I mind flooded myself, but other than that, see if we can just say no and go to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, let's go with that. 420 room, blaze it, has been passed. Okay. Alright. I'm not really 100% on the layout of this place, to be honest with you.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
He's not wrong.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Actually, I kept walking around, trying to find any coffee that was left so I could drink that in. You liar.
Yes.
Coffee
really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I'm actually looking at the journal of Edward? Extended Exposure?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
We'll move on. Fine.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
It was a pretty
Took the
amazing
first
room.
open door on his left to get back to business.
Actually, I checked room 452. It was also closed. It was 453. One of these is going to be open, dog. 454. 455. Nope. 56. Still no. What's in here, though?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do we have a flashlight? No. Okay. Okay, some kind of machinery and whatnot. Ooh. Keycard access? Okay. Didn't expect this to be keycardable. Also, this gives me kind of a weird
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Half-Life vibe here.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
There's a
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Has she been now? That's good to know, Mr. Not me. Narrator man. I don't know what your name is. You haven't told me. See, that's why I'm suspicious of you, Mr. Narrator man. You haven't even told me what your name is. All I know is that you're the guy who... Oh, there's the phone.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
What if I instead unplug
As
it?
Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Fuck you, dude. Yeah, I
It
did.
was supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make?
Those are the only two.
That unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, is it already 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack. Are we good? Did we practice it good enough?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
What?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
What if I try to plug it back in? Can I grab it? Nope, does not appear to be. How about the phone itself? Also non-interactable. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we have to actually go ahead and go forward. Fair enough. Alright, let's continue with this nonsense. Nope, still unopenable. Okay. Oh, they put in railings so I can't fall off, presumably.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful,
also can't jump.
Have you jumping off the platform and dying?
What if I did do that?
Character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
What if I jumped off?
It would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
You could have jumped off and there's a place to go. Okay. Maybe we're gonna do multiple playthroughs of this, now that I think about it, because it looks like this is one of those choices and consequences kinds of games, you know? The ones you kind of always hear about. Alright, I can see why people enjoyed this. Fair enough. Alright, let's, I guess, proceed to where this man wanted us to go. Backtrack through the...
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
But like, no though?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Of course.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why, of course. It just seems natural to open the door on the left.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
But like, no, though? What if I just... Oh, look at this weird set of cabinets that are apparently now glitching through the environment. Do they change if I look back? No? Okay. Oh, that office is fucked. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4? Do you want the 4? Do I press 4? Do I press 4 times? No? I'm out of ideas, so I guess we go back. Okay, I got this. I got it this time. Alright, 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 let's do this. Left, 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 left. No, we went to the right again. Ah, it's like some kind of force is pushing us there. Alright, fair enough. Let's actually do left this time. Alright, this has led me to nothing.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
Do not
Why?
alter with that.
For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To
please don't.
destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do?
Please don't.
What do I... No, I have to shut the game down.
No, please don't. No.
I have to.
No, no. This is not okay. He's doing it. He's shutting the game down. Still can't jump. In case you didn't know. Alright.
Oh, I'm here. I'm
Yep.
still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you
Like,
how
pretty
important
much.
it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
A child.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility.
Yeah, was it really
You would have
cool?
destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Sorry?
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Did I...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I somehow fuck it? Or did I actually... Was that supposed to happen? Okay, what if I... Nope, it's just... Okay, I guess... Because I was spamming control. Yeah, no, it's not a reset. I guess that's what's supposed to happen. Alright, let's go to the right again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Oh, what?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead. And
I'm so confused. Is this what's supposed to happen?
To a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's try right again for the last time, and then see if it resets us again.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Okay.
Behave exactly as
Alright, so it resets us to a point back in time. Alright. Sure.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
Let's do it again.
Follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's do it. And it's not broken anymore? Yay!
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside of you, take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworker for not supporting you more. That's about right. Using slides to assure employees that everything's okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique, you most of all. Let's see what else we got here. Are we... Oh. Number of slides in the slide. Charts, slides, charts, and slides to do. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market per ad. Monetize. Redeploy. Rate at which charts in the same slide depict the same information. Okay, sure. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Yeah, they're increasing. Please, no more charts, please. I'm begging. Stop. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out it in triplicate and return to your boss appreciation specialist. Let me guess, there's only 20 things on the thing to begin with. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another belligerent employee, like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict, unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict, why would you be? And we missed the rest of it. Why are your dreams for the future? Nature's success. What are your dreams? Not what, not why. Spring break, football, less air, clear skin, comatose, metamorphosis. Talk less, do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. What is hot? Profits, profits, profits. Stripes required some more secondary research. Stock market is somewhere here. What do people want? Things, money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things plus money. We have our new product. This is good. Bi-quarterly post review. We need less reviews. 402 plus 405. Want to get rid of death sport portion in primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip, I'm sorry, not more nip, to appeal to teenage demographic. I mean, I guess maybe some more nip will appeal to the teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net? Some sort of child trap? Size of demographic teenagers, space between the teenagers, a lot of percentage. Throw something in the ideas bin. 1, no more bins, trash cans, 2 rename of ideas on, 3 fixing ideas bin. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, let's just, I guess, examine all this nonsense too. Oh, okay, this is not examinable, and also their chairs are in the way, so I can't really... TPS report? Total personal report? I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and continue for now. Broom closet. Okay. I believe you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Not like I can jump anyway, as the game has made it painfully clear. Okay, sure. Not here. Ooh, fancy. Okay. Is this the boss office? No, it is not. What about around here? Is this the boss office? Ooh, can we turn off the computer here? No, it's already off. Okay. Can't get past that. Let's see here. Business time. Sure. No, also unopenable. The light of God outside, once again, shining through our misery.
Inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What
Shocked,
great
unraveled,
photos.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up. But now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Do I speak it? Like Night Shark 115? Is that... Ooh. weird lighting going on there.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
It's a weird place to put a
He
bookcase.
spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Just, it's right there on the wall, man. If only Stanley could speak. I am the most
Sorry,
expensive
sir,
boss.
Calvin. You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
But, like, is it though? I don't know if it is, man. You've been leading. Oh, that's some filthy
fine,
floor work.
You're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
But I tried to do that.
Come this way. Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Oh, wait. Crashed the game again.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do I?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
Walk through the door. Are you listening to
Thank you for playing Stanley Parable.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Is this really the end?
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Are we good? Oh! I thought we crashed. Is this the start of the game again? Okay, you know what? I think we'll call that an episode. Thank you for joining me for that, and I'd love for you to come back next time. But until then, I've been OvoCephalon, you've been the audience, and this has been the Stanley Parable. The first episode was one way to beat it, I guess. We'll go through it another time. Or another way, another time. But until that time, you've been the audience, I've been OvoCephalon, and this has been Stanley Parable. Goodbye.